Well, I'm I'm struggling. I am struggling with this. I know that I'm meant to tell my story, and I know that I'm meant to tell my story because there are so many caregivers out there that continue to struggle, and that someone has to be brave enough to step up and tell their story and tell the truth about their story. And I apologize because even though I've started telling my story, I think I'm still trying to package it and make it sound good and look good and feel good. And I'm going to stop doing that starting tonight. I'm going to start sharing the realness behind caregiving because it gets hard sometimes. So I had a workshop that I did earlier tonight, virtual, and we talked about the holidays and coming into the holidays. And one of the young ladies on our call, she said that she's grieving her mom. And I know what she's going through because I literally grieved my sister for 4 years. Like I've shared with you all, she had an anoxic brain injury. My sister lost her ability to talk, to walk, to move. Everything that she needed, we had to provide for her. And I would go in her room and I would spend hours in her room, taking care of her, singing with her, praying with her, talking with her, and would leave that room so deflated, just missing her, just missing her so terribly bad. And I know that there's other caregivers that are feeling this way, and you don't understand it. You're not understanding how can you be missing or grieving someone that you physically see every single day, that you can still touch and that you can still hold. And you're missing them for the same reason I was missing my sister because they've changed. They're not the same person that you knew. So you're missing that. And I think it's important that we as caregivers allow ourselves to grieve and allow ourselves to understand that grief for us comes before that person transitions. That even while they're still here with us, because they have changed, we are grieving them. And we have to give ourselves the space to grieve that. So I encourage you that if you are caring for someone, whether it's a brain injury, whether it's a special needs child. And sometimes we don't acknowledge mothers of special needs children as caregivers, but we should because they go to the playground and other kids are running around and their child is oftentimes in a wheelchair or can't climb the monkey bars and can't do all the things that the other kids are doing. So if that's you, my heart goes out to you today too. I never had to experience that, but I'm sure that has to be challenging to be able to see all the other kids running and playing and jumping up and down, and your child doesn't have the ability to do that. So we salute you today in the challenges that you face as a mother or a father or an older sibling or a younger sibling, because you all are caregivers also, whether it's dementia, cognitive decline, memory loss. All of those things cause us to grieve the person that we once knew. And I encourage you to give yourself the permission to grieve. Understand that your grieving is going to look different and it's going to happen differently. And that's okay. It's okay. Allow yourself that. The holidays are going to be different. They're not the same. I remember my first holiday my first Thanksgiving with my sister after her injury. It was literally picking her up out of bed to put her into a wheelchair and then to put her in a van to transport her to Thanksgiving dinner. That was horrifying to me, to be driving behind her as she's in a van. Y'all, give yourselves grace, give yourself compassion, and understand that what you're feeling is real, is so truly real. Yes, you are grieving. And give yourself permission to grieve. It's okay. Give yourself permission to grieve, because the one thing that I realized was after I accepted the fact that I was grieving and after I allowed myself to go through that process, I felt better. I was able to accept the new sister that I had been given by God, because He didn't make any mistakes. The things my sister went through was by perfect design. It was not a mistake. And the things that your loved one is going through, it's not a mistake. But if we can learn to lean into it, and if we can learn to accept it, we can learn to enjoy, and we can learn to create memories. And y'all, I'm sorry, forgive me. But that's what I wanted to say. And I promise you all, as we continue to walk down my journey, I'm going to be honest with you all. I'm going to be so transparent and just so blatantly honest. Caregiving is hard, but it can be joyful, and you can find peace, and you can create memories. I promise you, you can, because I did. And I'm going to show you how I did. But for now, I think that's more than enough emotions for one night. I love you all. See you soon. Thanks for listening.